Shivs.
And I'm Nats, and together we are the Sisterhood Circle podcast.
Our vision is to create connections with our community and inspire change in the world.
So be sure to subscribe on whatever platform you're listening to find out more.
So let's dive into today's episode. Hello everybody and welcome back to season 3. Today we are just here having coffee and a wee catch up. It has been 3 months, 4 months.
Quite a few months.
How many months? I mean, there's been quite a lot happening in
I feel
the
like
time.
it's been probably like 6 months since we've been in recording, but I'm trying to think when
No. Stuart?
Yeah.
6 months?
I do feel like nearly 6 months. I feel like the last podcast was maybe launched like September time.
Oh my God.
So it's been quite a wee while since we've got to catch up.
Oh yeah,
There's
definitely.
been lots happening.
There has actually been so much happening, so we're really, really buzzing to catch up with you, tell you everything that's been going on, everything that we've been planning and everything that we've been doing up until now.
I know, so grab a coffee or like put your headphones in and walk this one out.
You definitely go for a wee walk with us. Definitely get your steps in. It's New Year and all that jazz. New Year, New You.
Oh no, that shit.
Exactly.
Cut that bit out, please. No, I'm kidding, that was a joke.
Right, anyway, so just to dive right in, me and you are just back from pretty much a holiday a lifetime, yeah.
So good. We've spent you were 5 weeks travelling, weren't you?
5 weeks
I was
travelling.
3 weeks. So we're still kind of trying to defrost in the Scottish weather because what even is that?
I swear
It's
to
so
God,
cold.
I was travelling home. I was in Dubai airport, and I swear the amount of messages that I got in my inbox with people saying, "I hope that you're wrapping up warm." And I was travelling in flip flops, and I got home and I thought my toes were going to fall off. I was absolutely
See, even the
freezing.
aircon in Dubai airport, I had like shorts on, but one of these sisterhood t-shirts and flip flops. I remember sitting next to Ellie going, "It's freezing. What's Scotland going to be like? Your toes out chanking." We guys were frozen.
Oh, I know. But yeah, so we're thawing out nicely. So Nats, you for your holiday?
We were, so 3 weeks, myself, my older brother. I feel like it's always important to say that he's older. Folk think I'm like the oldest sibling.
They actually do think you're older. Why do you think that is?
I hope it's
is
not
it your
'cause,
wrinkles
like,
in
my
your
skin-
forehead?
Shut up, you
Let's see
wee
them.
rascal. I know they're quite there. I would say it's just because I'm wise and a little bit more mature than our Sean.
Sean,
if you're
you listening to this?
I'm going to get a wild dig later for that. But yeah, so myself, Sean, and one of our really good friends, Ellie, we are travelling for 3 weeks. So we were out in Dubai for a couple of days first, which was lovely to break up the flights and have a really good time in Dubai.
How much
Think
dollar do you
I'll
spend in
financially
Dubai?
be trying to recover for the next 12 months. You know, when you go, right, we'll just like, we're using like a tappy card, and that way you're just like transferring in 200s, and you do that more than maybe like 4 times, and you go, I'm going to just stop counting what I've spent here. £20 cocktails, well, give me 4, it's fine. So yeah, that's what we call future problems, but money comes back, memories last forever. That's the motto anyway that I'm saying.
I love it.
And then you go to Thailand after that, which was lovely. So we went to Phuket first for a few days, which was great, a little bit wild, and then very wild.
What happened to you on the rooftop?
Scalded. By the way, I don't think any hairs have grew back on that bit of my leg yet.
Well, do you know what I would say? That's quite good.
I don't recommend. I've probably done some serious damage to my skin. So long story short, don't wake up hungover, put sun cream on, go lie in the sun, go in the pool, come back out and say you'll be 5 minutes, because you wake up like a lobster. And I don't normally burn.
I have never seen you like that in all of the years of our friendship. Like, you were 3rd degree, well, maybe not.
I was
2nd degree.
blistered.
You were blistered.
I went into a pharmacy in pee-pee, and how do you say that? Is it pee-pee or fifi?
Definitely not Fifi.
So we were having this conversation, right? Ellie was like, I think it's fifi.
It's definitely
and I was
not
like, no,
Fifi.
is it not pee-pee? And Sean's like, imagine you're
Fifi
being
sounds
called
like you're
pee-pee.
talking about your pal Fiona. Fifi.
All right, fifi. But pee-pee sounds a wee bit weird enough.
But that's what it's called, Fifi.
Right,
In
Fifi.
fact, you know what? If anybody's been, if you
Yeah.
disagree or agree with one of us, if Ellie's right or if I'm right, let us know.
Yeah, but I went into one of the pharmacies there and like showed them to try and get some help, and she just went. And I was like,
We tied them and laughed at you.
awkward. I don't really know what to do now. As if like you're a tourist and fair play. So it was really bad, but it was like this section that had all blistered, and honestly I was just peeling for days. Like there was just skin, and then as I say that bit, like no hairs grew back, which is ideal. See if that was like your head to toe full body
For you
sorted.
anyway.
Shut up.
We hairy monster.
Anyway, what a way to introduce your pal on the podcast. A little hairy monster. That was scary. So yeah, we then went, moving on swiftly. I'm sweating, by the way. Not used to this again. Went to PB, then we went to Krabi just for a night, and my mum and dad, like the responsible adults, turned up at that point, which was quite good. I wouldn't say it kept us in the straight and narrow anymore, though, to be fair. And then we went to Samui to meet you guys, but I learned something on that trip.
What was that?
I'm a grade A control freak.
Ah.
Like, don't
Just
say that, you
learning.
just learned. I've known always in the workplace that I've been a wee bit control freak. Not in a bad way, but like there was points, right? I was like, oh, we've got to get to this ferry. Ellie and Sean, if they're listening, will be laughing because I like finally she admits it. And I kept just thinking, I'm like the female version of my dad. Got to be like everywhere 20 minutes early just in case they decide that that ferry goes earlier. What about make sure we get to that airport here and we've got to do this? And they're like, God's sake, man.
But see, if you weren't like that, you might have missed stuff. And you booked loads of stuff, and like you did the things that you said you were going to do. What did you go? You went to the elephant thing.
By the way, elephants are humongous.
Oh my God, that's such a shock to me.
Stuart, do you want to come on this podcast?
Elephants are huge, by the way.
So we're trading Siobhan out for Stuart today. No, do you know they eat like 80 kilos of food a day?
That's like more than what
That's
I
like more than
weigh.
me. Well, maybe not.
Maybe not after a holiday.
One too many strawberry daiquiris. But yeah, so we've done the elephants, but I actually got to do it loads. There were so many lovely trips, which was good. But do you know what? It was so nice to just be away for 3 weeks and totally get a switch off. Felt like for the first time in ages, thanks to like the team that we've got and all that great stuff, that you just got to be like wee 27-year-old Nats cutting about. But it's bliss.
Oh, good for you. And I mean, you were definitely 27 when you were on holiday. You were a pure party animal. I've never seen that side of you in my life.
I'm not going to lie, like I was quite impressed with myself.
I was well impressed by you because you were like, I mean, I was in my bed at 7 o'clock.
Do you know what's pure funny?
Totally sober.
No. Christmas Day, right?
All right, but you know what? I redeemed myself.
I've got the talking stick, mate, right? So Christmas
Said it stick.
No, shut up. No, we're not
That's a story
starting
for another day.
And so we have like this great day in Christmas Day at like a beach club, and our mums honestly our mums were like life goals, like pure dancing on the table and the pool and all that jazz. It was brilliant. Anyway, we goes for food after. It's still like literally in our bikinis, like
this
a
is
pair
Christmas
of
dinner,
shorts.
by the way, so you can imagine everybody else in the restaurant looking phenomenal, and
Your
us
mum
just soaking wet here.
was sitting like this. Now, I was sitting next to her, she's like, Nats, we look manky. Like, look, I am mortified. Like, your mum is glam, right?
Oh yeah, she is.
My mum's top was pure ringing.
She had bookmarks in her t-shirt.
I never even had a t-shirt on, to be fair. Anyway,
I don't even know what I was wearing.
Shivs started trying to drink Hugo's, which I found my new drink, right? It's so good, but it's got Prosecco in it, and Siobhan Kavanagh plus Prosecco equals bed early, right? So orders like
and I have been told this the next day by husband.
Orders half the menu, right, of food. Forgets what she orders. Anyway, decides at like 7:15 that it's maybe time she goes for a wee snooze, and her mum was like that. Maybe I just need to go up the road. And I was like, no, like, Carol, stay out with us. And she's like, are you just going back to get changed? Like, what are you doing? And I was like, we're not going to get changed. Lies. We've done a wee sneaky to get a quick change outfit. And she's like that to me. What time is it? I was like, Carol, it's 14 minutes past 7. And she was like, I am not going home. It's Christmas Day. And I was like, come on back out. She done so well. But to be fair, in your defence, we went out. Your mum went home. She done a shift. She done the wee sneaky off without telling him to go to her bed.
That's where I get it from.
And then my mum and dad went up the road, and it was just Ellie, Sean, Stuart, and I. And then the bulging phones.
So, right. So just in my defence, right, I woke up at maybe 11:15 at night, and I was like, right, I've clearly went for a wee sleep here.
A wee sleep, 4 hours.
Let me just tell you, I was if I had stayed out, that would not have been good for anybody, right? So I took myself up the road and put myself to bed, knowing that I either needed to go to bed and sleep all the way through, or I would get back up. So I woke up at 11:15, and I was like, right, gauging myself. I'm like, I actually feel really good here, ready to go. Wonder where everybody else is. The message from my mum saying that was her way back to the hotel, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, right, I'll phone Stuart. So he never answered. And I was like, right, I'm going to try Nats. And I really didn't think that you would answer. I thought your phone would have been in your bag and blah, blah, blah. And then you're like, aye. And I was like, she sounds all right here. I was like, how's everybody else doing? You gave me the story and all. I said, right, I'll be up in 15 minutes. And I did. I showed up.
She appeared like the Duracell bunny. Pure
Honestly,
fresh energy.
Fresh energy.
I do think though Stuart was kind of ready for like getting ready to call it a night. Like there was a wee bit you could tell like he was happy like his wife turned up, but also like I need to do it for at least another hour and a half now because she's here.
Yeah, so that was fun. So I did redeem myself, but like, see the thing, sometimes you've got to just call the game a bogey. There is no sense you've been drinking from, say, 10 o'clock in the morning. It is 7 o'clock at night. Let me just say, I think that's like knowing that you need to go to your bed is good. But you...
I don't know where they came from, to be
honestly.
Because like, I'm not a drinker, like, see at home unless I'm out.
None of the two is
And
are.
even at that, like, I like a wee, like, home early for my bed. I'm really like a wee granny.
Yeah.
No wonder folk think I'm the older sibling.
Exactly.
Sure, they fun.
I know, no, the wrinkles. I'm only kidding you. Do you know what? Nat's actually said this to me just earlier. That's why it's in my head.
Honestly, I'm like a wee bit wrinkly. But yeah.
But Nats, could you just...
tolerance.
Can you clarify one thing to me?
Oh, no.
What time is it on your watch right now? Just tell me the time on your watch. Right. Also home for 14 days at this point.
4:26 p.m.
In Thailand time. The watch hasn't even been changed yet.
So, do you know what I said to Shiv when we quickly went to the toilet there is, all I need to know is the minutes. Like, I know the hour of the day. I just need to know the minutes. So there's two types of people in the world. Shivsy Kane, we Nats.
I think there is nobody in the world that has kept their watch at the wrong time for 2 weeks.
Oh, you all do it with your car, don't you? Like, you never really change your car time if you need to change it. Shivsy, most people do. Not everyone, Shivsy. Promise you, let me know.
Aye, let's...
Do you just wait the 6 months till like, the clocks go back and forward?
Absolutely not!
And deduct the hour off and add it on?
Here is a question.
She's sure it's with me.
Right, here is a question though. In your car time, do you always add an extra 5 minutes on? So
see,
that you're
I think that's bullshit. Because see if you add 5
Maybe
minutes...
you would be on time for something if you did that, Nats.
I'm with the
so
weight,
can we do this thing where we say we'll go to the gym and we'll have a leaving time to go to the gym rather than a meeting time to go to the gym? Well, if that works in your head, weirdo, then that's absolutely fine. We'll leave at 6:15 in the morning instead of being there for 6:30 in the morning.
So 2 things here, right? Thing number 1. If you set a watch 5 minutes faster to make sure you're on time, you were the one that set it 5 minutes faster.
Aye.
You know you've got 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So all I'm then going to start doing is going, 5 minutes. Now the kids go 6, 7, I'd be like 5 minutes. And then the other thing that I was going to say there, brains farted.
Well, that's fine. The other thing is fine.
Must have been a lie.
I definitely believe it would have been. Anyway. So yeah, that's that.
So yeah, that was pretty much my holiday. I thought for 3 weeks we were going to go away. We were going to train loads. There was going to be loads of relaxation time and early beds and pretty much like in bed at 3, 3:30 most mornings, eating a bag of Cheetos just for fun or Burger King onion rings. Oh my God, I ate so many onion rings. That's Ellie Wallace's fault. If you're
I swear in my life, I was shocked to my core, right? These cultured people coming to Thailand and they're scanning into Burger Kings. I was like, where's your pad thai? I mean, Ellie has eaten pad thais.
That 2 bottles I had the next morning. What if I woke up next day?
But honestly, there's so much amazing street food and they're like, we're British.
Also
We'll have some Burger King.
Are you American?
Was that American there? I don't even know what I said.
It's also 3:30 in the morning, so we never really had breakfast, but what we did have is we kind of like 2 dinners every night, so you'd like a 7 o'clock dinner and then like a 3 in the morning dinner. Quite good, to be fair.
Yeah, enjoyable. Definitely.
Yeah. But anyway, I feel like Shivsy's trip was a bit more cultured to start until she met the Waynes.
Yeah, I would say that my trip was so relaxing until I met yours, and then I was up to Hydo. No, I'm only kidding, it was great to see you. But no, Stuart and I went to Goa in India, which was probably different to what I expected. I really enjoyed it. But what I would say is Goa... I like going away and it's like you're really involved in the culture of the country, and I felt like it was almost like I was just in England and not in a bad way. There was just so many Brits there and these British pubs and bingo and karaoke.
Bingo.
Honestly, like I was like that. Are we in India here? So yeah, basically it was
Stuart,
the beat.
fancy a beer and I give a bingo.
Absolutely not. So what I loved about it, the food was absolutely delicious. Like we ate Indian food like lunch and dinner. We still fasted and all that when we were away, but we ate it lunch and dinner and it was honestly off the scale. We tried something new all the time. It was incredible, pure beautiful. The people that were there were absolutely gorgeous people. They were great to chat to, all of that kind of stuff. But I felt from a cultural point of view, it made me want to see more of India that wasn't Goa. Yeah, so I think like that's on the to-do list.
How did you find the driving in Goa?
Flipping France. That was mental, right? So I'm used to, like, I've been to Bali, which is mental on the roads. I've been to Thailand and we've always been on scooters, but India, wow, that was like wow. To be fair, I've never seen a cow be part of traffic before. Like the first time that we were driving down the street and there was just a cow and I was like, like how? Anyway, so yeah, there was cows on the street. Actually,
Shivs did take over like do you know how you used to get like the school lollipop lady, right? So she's kidding on this pure culture trip, right? I seen a video, right, that proved otherwise here. She's throwing the weight under the bus, and that's was steaming pretty much for 3 weeks. And Shivs
this was late at night.
Culture. And I'm like, hey, here we go. So now the time difference was quite a lot. So I'm like finishing work one day and Stuart puts this video in our Christmas in the Sun group chat. And Shivs is like, obviously had a good time, right? No being in the water, let's just say. She's like walking up the road, right, in this really busy street. And she's just like this. Puts her hand out and like creates a path. Do you know what it was like? It was like what I imagine like Jesus to do in the water. Like,
Moses.
That's how culture.
Jesus in the water. What school did you go to?
Don't ask.
You White House Park?
Yeah, I think going like that. Anyway, Moses, is it Moses? Oh, it's Moses' Ark, isn't it? Ark.
No! It's Noah's Ark. We are sorry.
I'm actually so warm. I'm dying. I think I cocktail actually.
Right, anyway.
So she just like creates this path anyway. Try to be cultured across the road, and like these wee scooters are like swerving round her, tooting her horn. There's just like cows like what's going on? And she just gets across the road. I was like that. Is that how it works in Goa? Like,
well, I mean, it worked for me that one time. I don't know.
It was in fact Stuart's just videoing pure laughing.
He's like, Shivs. I'm like,
it's okay.
It's all right.
It's a pure straight hand on the head.
I just needed to get across the road. I just needed to be across that road. That's where my hotel lived.
What happened after Goa?
Oh my God. We got stuck in the airport, which was...
Oh my God, I forgot.
You forgot about this, right? So... Yeah, I was absolutely delirious. So we left at 6 a.m. Goa, got to the airport at Goa, and for those of you that don't know, there was Indigo Air, the airline, one of the biggest airlines in India, basically, like, not to get into too much detail, made a massive F up and...
Good save.
Thanks. They made a massive F up and they were meant to... There was something to do with the pilot's hours and they cancelled thousands of flights. And when I say thousands of flights, I mean thousands of flights. So we arrive at Goa airport and we're flying to Mumbai, and we've already been given like the flight's going to be an hour later, which is fine because we left so much time to like get in, get our bags, put them on the flight, all of that good stuff. So the next thing, it's another hour later. So I go up to the desk and the woman advises me, listen, I'm just going to be honest with you, this is wild. She says, if I was you, your next flight, I would cancel it with Indigo Air and I would try and book through another provider. Does that. I say, right, okay, that's absolutely fine. So we get to the airport, you can't get... Firstly, we went to try and get our bags. It's going to be 3 hours to get your bags.
Great.
That's fine. Listen, it's fine. As long as I get my bags, what do? Go up to departures, goes to departures. They don't let us into departures because we don't have a valid... And like, I mean, you're talking like the army and all that outside because it had been pandemonium the day before, like people going wild. No flights leaving.
Is that movie?
The Terminal.
Yeah.
This is exactly what movie it was. So long story short, they lost the bags. We didn't get them back for 5 hours. We were in the airport for 16 hours, travelling for over 30 hours. Managed to get to Bangkok on a completely different flight at 7 o'clock the next morning. Arrives in Bangkok, misses the connecting flight down to Trat, have to get a taxi for 3.5 hours down to halfway to Trat, and then stay overnight at a place, and then have to take another 4-hour journey down to Trat, and then a boat over to Koh Chang.
I'm exhausted just listening.
I was quite exhausted. Can I just say, if nobody has been to Koh Chang, it is divine.
Yeah.
It is my favourite.
Was it worth the travel?
Abso-friggin-lutely. It was incredible. It was so chill.
Love that.
It was so chill. Went to this place called Sol Beach, and they had like ice baths, and you could work out on the beach. And do you know, honestly, like, that's kind of just what I want to do. I just want to go and live on an island, and I want to take a couple of classes in the morning. I want a couple of people to breathe with me, doing some breath work, and then I want to make people run up and down a beach.
Let's go buy an island. Where'd you get islands? Do you think you get them on Rightmove?
You up for it?
House, flat, island.
Yeah, that's it. That's what we're up for. Right. So that was amazing. So we spent 6 days there. We might be there for a week, but we missed a day. That was incredible. Our hotel was, oh my God, it was just, I think it's the comfiest bed I've ever been in my whole entire life. It was just the best ever.
I love that
so that was great. And the sunset, like, you were lying on like a big hammock watching the sunset with the water under you.
Honestly, it sounds like such a terrible time.
So yeah, that was amazing. So we totally chilled on that one. And then we went to Koh Samet, where we met some really lovely people, Dave and Dawn. They were so cool. We had a great time with them. And then we came to Koh Samui, and I was so relaxed and so chilled and felt amazing. And then those guys arrived and they corrupted me.
She was easy to lead Australia.
I definitely was.
By the way, do you know what I just thought there? Ear putty.
Ear putty. So we're plugging ear putty. This one's for Stuart. Have you ever heard of ear putty?
So, long story short on this, every hotel that we stayed in Thailand, well, not everyone too, being a wee bit dramatic there, PP and Koh Samui, our hotels were really noisy just because where they were situated. Lovely hotels, but like very noisy, so we were struggling for sleep. Any time that we did go home early to watch like a wee bit of Netflix and get an early night, like that one time,
you never could sleep?
We couldn't sleep, so we went and got earplugs, but Stuart got ear putty.
Oh no, I got ear putty.
Oh, did you start it?
Yes, I started the trend, don't let Mr. Kavanagh fool you. So we went in that night that we were going home early. So basically what ear putty is, right, is exactly it. Right, so you open the wee packet and it's quite soft and
squidgy. Moldable,
malleable, whatever you want to call it.
Malleable?
Is that what you call it?
No.
Are you sure?
I'm not dictionary.
Right, so basically what you do is you roll it up into a wee ball. If you're watching, that's
for anyone that's listening, Shiv is moving her hands in a circular motion right now.
And then you just pop it in this part of your ear, and then you just squidge it in, and what it does is it fills like the outer part of your ear and the inner part of your ear so that the noise is completely cancelled out, but it's not sore because it's in the shape of your actual ear. Whereas I think that earplugs, they get a bit achy after a wee while. Do you not?
And you
feel
do also wake up and like they're scattered all over the bed.
Yeah, so the ear putty is stuck right in your ears. So much so that I had to wake Stuart up by shaking him. I was like, Stuart. Are you alive?
So if you see a van in Ayrshire anytime soon that says ear putty, it's definitely Stuart.
Yeah, Kavanaugh's ear putty. He says he's actually going to get a plane and bring it all back, but I think you can get it on Amazon. Sorry, Stuart. I've just ruined his business plan. Can we cut that? I'm only joking. Anyway, so yeah, that was that. My mum came to Thailand for the first time. Yeah, so it was quite last minute, and honestly, it was just a pure blessing to have her there. Honestly, waking up, like it's been, I don't know even how many years since I've had my mum there on Christmas Day.
So good.
So that was such a blessing.
Feel like we got like a wee insight to what like our friendship's going to be like in years to come between
your mum and my mum
and your mum.
I know, it was actually very cute. They definitely are. So
pure pals.
I know, I loved that. So yeah, that was that holiday, and then then, yeah, it's just been actually, this is the first year that I've come back and not had to go straight into actually working in one of the clubs, which was quite unusual. I mean, you definitely have to hold yourself super accountable.
Yeah.
But I am quite organised, so I felt like I was pretty accountable.
Meanwhile, it was the biggest shock to my system. I was at 12 o'clock one day in the circuit. What do you mean? I'm not allowed a strawberry daiquiri? Where's that cocktail? That's what's going on.
Dreaming of this.
No, it was. It's been so good to get back to a wee bit of a routine and normality. It's so lovely to go away, but definitely, like, for us and for your second part of the holiday, you couldn't live like that all the time.
Oh my God, no.
So I think, like, probably like a week yourself on a quiet island probably would be quite
I
good
think
for
I
the
could
soul.
have been doing with what your mum and dad did, and they stayed for an extra 6 nights or something like that after we left.
Did. I think that's a great idea. See, when you're like retired, you can get away with that, can't you? I meant that then, by the way.
Definitely.
To be fair. So yeah, that was the end of the year, but the like last 6 months, if we think about it realistically, I've been very busy and so much happening.
So creative. I felt like, see, as soon as we decided about the sisterhood and started doing the podcast and all of that, so many wee ideas started springing up, and I think that you've got to be really stupid if you don't take action on things that are friggin' awesome, because all of the stuff, I mean, I don't mean to blow our trumpets here, but I'm like blowing the trumpet, the stuff that we have come up with.
Oh man,
it's actually
it's a pure buzz. If you think of it, like last year, like there was such graft went into like everything that we did, and like we pure dedicated our wee hearts and souls to make it happen. But see, when the reason for it is so important and the need for it, like you don't even feel like like you're doing that. So many people would be like that, oh, like, are you not having a wee day off, or like, oh, you're 27, just do what 27-year-olds do, and you're like, no, wait a minute, we've got like a bigger purpose. And it was actually dead funny. I seen something the other day that was along the lines of, I'm sure it was Chris Williamson's Instagram, it's like, when you're working so hard, people will always say take a day off, but when you make things work and you make it successful, they'll always tell you how lucky you were.
Aye.
And you go, like, it's so true. Like, you've got, if you want to make a change, if you want to help people, you've got to put the work in. And that's what I genuinely believe last year was about for us. Like, we created a full brand new course for people, sold it out and held our first like in-person sisterhood big event.
Aye, it was incredible. So that was She Creates.
Yeah, baby.
So She Creates, it came around, one of our very first episodes, I don't know if you remember, we talked about, and if you haven't watched it already, go back and have a wee listen to it. It was about the law of attraction, your vision boards and all of that kind of stuff. And see the amount of people that got in touch with us saying, oh my God, I would love to be able to know how to do that or be guided into doing that. And we were just like, and it was when we were actually recording our second season, we ended up in the partnership.
We sat down to plan a podcast, and we never planned the podcast at all. We sat down.
We need this.
Oh, like, I've got this bit of this mad idea. You're like, tell me more. That's not how they go over like that. Right, go on. We started to chat about it and what was needed and stuff, and then it was pretty much born from there. And what was the actual day like? Goosebumps thinking about it.
Unreal. Don't get me wrong, like it was well nerve-wracking because I mean, what were we like the night before?
I was having the biggest crisis of confidence. So what had happened was I'd taken like the Saturday off work or something. Shiv said time on the Friday to kind of start practicing. One thing led to another. My Friday went a wee bit skew with. So we were in Shiv's kitchen, and I kid you not, like, I had tears at a point because I was just I'm not the person to do this. I don't even know what I'm talking about.
You
like,
did have a crisis
like pure,
of confidence, didn't you?
The opposite of what I'm normally like. I'm normally quite confident in the areas of my life that I'm certain on. I was just like, you're just going to need to do this. Every time you're like, so what does that mean? And I was like, I don't even know. What's your name? I'm unsure. And it goes to show you that even like when you create something, like you have that because you genuinely care. Like we had 40 incredible women that had invested in coming along to a course that we created, and for us nothing is about just doing it slapdash. Like we wanted every single one of these people to come in and experience what they needed to be able to make their life exactly what they wanted, from how to change their energy to how to create a future for themselves that they were excited about, and what had to be done to make that happen. And when you care so much about something, I think you can be your own worst critic.
Oh yeah, definitely.
the comparison starts to come in. Like, so Shivsy was like pure bossing it, like all over and stuff, and I was like, my name's Natalie and I don't know what I'm doing.
But see, ultimately though, what we've got to remember attached to that is, see, when you practice something for the very first time, even though you've written it, you've got to get the bloopers out, right? You don't get a second chance at it. So although you are absolutely hating that, I was like, no, we need to get to the end of this. How great were you the next day? You were like, it
was very much just your thing, because you live and you breathe it, like, you know it.
Yes, exactly.
It's just when you're putting the spot and there's a mirror in front of you and you're like, imagine Stuart was there for the bloopers.
Oh no!
Oh my God, what is going on here?
But see, honestly, like, see if we think about what we created with She Creates, kind of from the kind of inception of it, and then right through to the very end. What we wanted to do is we wanted to make this course something a bit different. We wanted to make it. For me personally, what I've always seen is with courses around vision boards and creating your future is that it's very much about, right, here's the plan, but they're missing a vital step, and the vital step is getting yourself in peak condition to be able to physically, emotionally, energetically attract and manifest and go after these things. So a huge part of the day is about finding out where the biggest challenges are in your life, the things that are holding you back, what you absolutely must do every single day, what you must not do the majority of the time, and looking at that from even a nutritional point of view, a movement point of view, who your circle is.
Huge.
So those are, like, that's a huge part of it, and I think that a lot of people miss that one step, because you can have the biggest vision for yourself possible. See, if you don't have the energy to get there, you will never be able to achieve it, and you feel bad about it, and then what happens to your energy? It changes, and you can't manifest anymore.
It really does, like, bridge that gap, I believe, on, like, the solutions for it. But I think even if we think before that, for us, like, it was created because so many people are floating about in their life with no idea what they want.
Aye.
And for me, this was probably where it, like, the biggest thing for me, you were very much like the recipe for it, which is so blooming important. For me, it was like a wee bit earlier on, we only get one shot at this, right? And it is limited when you really, really think about it. See the amount of people that you go, like, what do you want for your life? And they're either like, I don't know, or they're thinking that society's norms are what they need to follow, and they're trying to, like, force themselves into this mould that we think's been created from years of, whether it be like parents' beliefs, or whether it be social media norms, or what you just think you're meant to have done at a certain point in your life. And it's sad to see, because if you're trying to fit yourself into a mould that is not made for you, it's never going to work. So it's really getting people clear on exactly what it is that they want. They don't need to think the how, the when, or anything like that. Step one is, what do I want for my life? And I think that's quite a hard thing to get clear on, because a lot of people are nervous about the judgment that comes with it. Like, if something you want for your life is to make more money, naturally your head goes off, go think I'm being greedy. Or if you want X for yourself, you're automatically thinking what other people's beliefs are or what yours are. So for me, that's like the biggest thing of helping people get clear on what they want
for
and
themselves.
Then for them, exactly, and then giving them the tools and the, my brain keeps farting today, ability, something like that kind of word, to actually make it happen. That's exactly what you were talking about. So to see that come together,
oh my God,
on the day, even how it looked, like, I'm pure proud of us. Like, it looked beautiful.
Yes. So our beautiful, what do we call Anne? She's like our creative woman. Kind of thing you want to see. Oh my God, if you haven't already gone on to the Sisterhood, have a wee look at how the day went. Like, Stuart came and recorded it for us, which was
that
just
video
amazing.
By the way, is
oh no, I watch
material.
it really every day and I'm like, woo woo. So yeah, and by the way, also, if you haven't signed up to do the next course, we are in March on the 7th.
Saturday the 7th,
the 7th, at the Potting Shed in Irvine. Please go on and book yourself a space. See if you're feeling like you're a wee bit lost at the moment, you're not really sure of what your vision is, you feel like you need some guidance, some support, some vision, and you want to be around a bunch of women that are so motivated to do it, then come along and just join us. It's going to be super duper.
So
but
exciting.
Anyway, it did look absolutely gorgeous. But the biggest thing for me was not just having a day where, like, Stuart came and recorded it for us, which was just amazing. Oh no, I watch it really every day and I'm like, woo woo. So yeah, and by the way, also, if you haven't signed up to do the next course, we are in March on the 7th. Not just the people, the participants come along and they decide what it is they want, but actually being able to see the magic happen. So one of the girls that came along, she's actually a member of Curves and her name's Lynette, and she was brave enough to open up about what she really wanted, and she'd always kept it hidden. And she opened up what she really wanted, and she's got a wee boy just now, and her and her husband had really struggled to conceive, and in the back of her head for the longest time she's wanted to have another baby, and she was really, really brave enough to open up about that, and she put it on her vision board, and she actually just started taking the actionable steps to be able to do it. So within 8 weeks, she's been able to be referred. She's getting her blood work done, because it's going to be very likely, hopefully not, but very likely that she might go through IVF. She's started seeing, or she went along to see Nurse Debbie, who's going to be one of our guests this season, which we're really, really excited about. So please go on and give her a follow on Instagram as well. And she went along to see her. She's been coming along to my breathwork sessions, which have been helping her really release any negative emotions that have been keeping her stuck, and just open herself up to the energy of hopefully having a new baby. But the great thing about this was she got clear. She was honest. She put it down in paper. She talked it into existence, and within 8 weeks, which is very unheard of with NHS, she's on her way, and we are fucking buzzing about helping her. I'm sorry about the F-bomb, but that requires
genuinely, though, like, our full energy around it is incredible,
beautiful, isn't it?
Like, and we were chatting about this, like, the last time that she went through the process, like, it was very, she felt really stuck. She felt like it was a bit more forced, and I'm sure she won't mind me saying this. Like, her energy, it was very much like a schedule, trying to make things work. As in, now she's done so much work on her self development, taking so much self care of herself, and also investing in herself. And I think that's a really big thing of, like, we all know what we want. It comes with investment both ways. Sometimes things take financial investment, but see, otherwise, like, you're making that investment sacrifice by not getting what you want. And it's been so lovely just to see how lit up and excited she genuinely is about it, and that's just getting clear and putting it out there. Like, as soon as you put it out there, you also hold yourself accountable as well to, right, if that's what I want, then and let's go for it. So we're really excited for our journey and what's to come.
For sure. And then we had a couple of people signing up for races that they've never. So we had Lynn's signed up for her. Is it her first Hyrox? I'm pretty sure it is. And then your mum.
Oh, not Lynn, is Athics.
She's Athics, that's right.
And she's buzzing about it, like, really good. Her vision board was amazing.
I know. She also says we totally motivated her, which is, or not inspired her. Look at us all inspired. How lovely.
And then my wee mum signed up for her first ever Hyrox, which I'm buzzing about. I get to do it with her. So funny. We were in the car the other day and she's like that. So what we're wearing? And I was like, Mum, I think we need to talk about, like, your
strategy.
training and your running. Yeah, we'll get to that. What we're wearing? I was like, you're just after a new gym outfit out of this. But no, I'm actually so excited to get to do that with her. I think it's not many people get to do that kind of stuff with their mum, neither they do. So I'm actually getting to do one with my dad as well. I'm Hyrox out my nut that weekend.
And really, also?
Really.
3 in the one weekend.
And we'll see what happens.
Good for you, man. You're a pure star.
Yeah, we also had wee Jada.
Oh my God, this is amazing.
So one of the sisterhood girls, Jack, brought her daughter Jada along, who is 14, 15, to the day, which, first of all, I just think is incredible, because opening your eyes and the door of opportunity to all this stuff at that age is just incredible. And something Jade had put down was wanting to get into, like, work and start to make her own money, but as you know, at that age can be quite hard. A lot of places want experience and stuff like that, and she's always been super creative. And a couple of weeks after it, our mum, so Jack, reached out to me when I still had the cake business side of things, to be like, Jada's really interested in starting her own like, cake business. Would you take her through, like, learning a bit more about it, a little bit of mentoring day, all that kind of stuff? And we got to do that, and she's got, like, a business that is now absolutely flying. She's buzzing with. I honestly loved. We actually ended up with 2 days because she helped me then do a bigger day.
Is that your last order as well?
That was my last order. She helped me come in, like, a little bit of support and all that to see how to do, like, a bigger day of it. And she's got this wee page that's absolutely flying now, which is incredible. So it really does just go to show you, like, get clear on what you want, and it happens. Like, stop thinking about the when or the how or what needs to happen. Like, step one, find out what you bloody want for your life, and then trust the processes of what's then going to happen. So, as Shiv says, see if you feel like you're on this never-ending cycle of talking a really good game, feel like you're always just like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, start every year going, right, this year's going to be different, but you never end it different, then it's absolutely for you. And see that investment into yourself for that one day, kid you not, like, it will come back to you in bucket loads for years to come, not just for this year. Like, once you know it, you can't unknow it. Do you know what I mean? Like, you just keep doing this stuff. How do you think everything that happens for us happens?
Exactly. So
we live and we breathe it.
Aye, for sure. And if you think about even our vision boards that we made last year, tick, 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 tick. So we created
so much of it coming off, isn't it?
Well, we created bending breath off of the back. Quite a, like, what would happen? We were doing a challenge in curves. Yeah. And we were meant to be going to do a walk and a sea dip, and it was that week where it was like crazy warnings for.
That's how that came
about.
That
is how it came about.
That's
so basically,
wild.
Long story short is we were finishing up a challenge in the gym, because we do challenges with our members quite regularly, and the end of it was a sea dip, and it was the crazy winds, rain, all that kind of stuff, and we were like down at the beach thinking there is absolutely no way that you could possibly throw members. You couldn't throw members in that ocean. There's absolutely no way you could do that.
I mean, armbands,
totally. So we were like, sugar, what are we going to do? So we were like, right, what about this? Are you laughing at me saying sugar? This is me trying New Year's resolution.
You reminds me like my gran or something.
Oh, sugar.
Sugar.
Oh, shucks. So yeah, we ended up... we're like, why don't we do a wee bit of mobility and then you take a breath work?
Yeah.
So we decided to do it, invited everyone down, and Sean let us use his gym. Sean's Natalie's brother, as you probably know, based in Coinning. And he was actually like, absolutely. So everybody came down and we did like maybe 30, 35 minutes of like mobility, movement, all of that kind of stuff. And then I took them through a very short breath work, which was pretty powerful, by the way. And everybody was buzzing. And we were just like, oh, there's something in this. And we decided that what we were going to do was create like almost like a 2-hour workshop where Nats would do roughly about 45 minutes to an hour of stretching, bending, mobility, flow movements to help members move, or the people that are coming along move from being in their head into physically in their body, to feeling their body, to releasing their fascia, and then from there lying down and going through quite a powerful breath work. And we hosted our first one November time, and my God, it was amazing. The response was amazing.
The response of, like, and we'll touch on this a little bit later, like with Shivs' breath work and the journey that you've been on that, but the response of putting the bend section and the breath together was brilliant, and the result that a lot of people were getting on the breath section was even more than just going in to do the breath on its own. And I think it's really quite cool when you're putting the both of them together, getting people so out of their own head. And like, as much as mobility, it's hard. It's not, you're not coming in for a wee like, oh, toe touch, 1 mil, here we go, right? It's a wee bit more than that, but like getting them so out of that and in touch with their body before they're then going into their breath work is really something special. So it's been brilliant to see. We then had our first January one last weekend, which was lovely. I absolutely adored the group, and see the community and the pure laugh that came with that as well. It was brilliant. We'll leave that one there if you know. From there,
that's
so you
do.
But we've actually got our next Galentine's Bending Breath day, which is going to be on
the 14th.
Is it Saturday the 14th? Is that Valentine's Day?
It is Valentine's Day.
I don't know about that.
She was like, we'll go out for a wee lunch and we'll do that. I was like, no, sorry. It's actually Galentine's Day that day, darling.
So we are going to have a morning again together doing a a bending breath that will have a nice theme towards it, and just
self-love, baby.
Absolutely, and just bringing our sisterhood together. And we're going to then go for a wee bite of lunch afterwards, just to again bring that community and connection. Like, see, as females, we need community, we need connections, we need places that we can be having conversations with that allow you just to be you. I actually was chatting about this yesterday in the gym, like, and I believe fitness is about so much more than just the gym, but this is why we created the sisterhood, is you need somewhere just to be you. There's so many pressures in life, particularly if you are a mum, a grandparent, an aunt, a guardian, whatever your role might be. You need somewhere that feels like home for you, that you can be you on the great days, but if you're having a shite day, you can also be like, that was pure shite as well, with zero judgment. And that's what we want to really bring together through the Galentine's event. So I do believe the tickets are out for that.
Yeah, the tickets are out. Yeah, we'll share them on the page and you can come along and join. But you know what? It's going to be a couple of hours. I think we're doing, is it 10 until, no, half 9?
Half 9.
Half 9 until half 11, and then a wee bite to eat. We have potentially, we're trying to do this, but we're trying to create our own wee bliss box at the moment, which is going to be in curve surfing. It is going to be the most beautiful wee space, so it is. So we're specifically changing one of the areas in the gym and make it this. We are ideally aiming for that to be where our next Galentine's Day will be, so we've got to get a lot of work done to get there.
We do our homework.
We'll make it happen. See, the thing, you set a goal, an intention, a vision and a deadline.
Between
it happens.
Us, my wee dad and Stuart getting on board, I think
absolutely got it made. So yeah, it's going to be lovely, beautiful, blissful,
and warm.
And warm, very, very warm. My toes felt like they were going to fall off the last time, but that won't happen again. So yeah, please come along. It would be amazing to see you there. You are so welcome to come along, whether you remember the curves or not. Just part of your sisterhood, amazing circle. Then please come along to that. But also, I want to touch base on something friggin' well exciting that happened pretty much on the 11th hour before I left to go away to Thailand. So you will know that from the previous episodes, myself and Nats had both went away to look at opening a gym in Dubai and decided that it was not the one. And from then until the middle of November, we have been working very, very hard on how Nats could become a business partner in Curves and Irvine. And we did a lot of groundwork for that.
Quite the journey.
Yeah, I mean, literally we had to decide if we died, who would get the business and all that kind of stuff.
Some of the conversations where I hate talking about death, right? Like, it's not, I really find it quite uncomfortable. And like, yeah, talking about death, like plans, it was a wee bit wild. Learned a lot, definitely, but we didn't jump feet first into it. One of the big things is me and Nats are best friends, you can tell that, but business is business, and you need to be, when you're going into a business, completely clear on what you want and what you don't want, and you both need to be coming to that agreement. It can't be grey areas. There cannot be any grey. So it took us, honestly, 9 months of proper pushing that to be able to get that over the line. I mean, the idea was there longer than 9 months, but the actual, the actionable parts of it, and it took us quite a long time to get there. And then finally, just before I was finishing up, and you know, I wish it had been a wee bit earlier, because I would have loved to have celebrated a wee bit more, but it was literally 3 days before I was flying out. So yeah, Nats is now co-owner of Curves and Irvine. She's been part of the gym since it started, and it's actually been amazing already, hasn't it? It's been magic. It's definitely been quite the journey, like, from even asking you, like, I was so nervous to ask that question. Like, I think when you've been part of something from like day dot, like you're so aware of it. And I would always like to say, like, I worked with the ethic that like Irvine was part of me, because I'd done it for like pretty much my full adult life when you think about it. But also coming back and asking someone to become part of their business and go through that process. Like, that's something that you worked so hard on creating. So coming back to ask that, even when you are best friends, like, that's not a best friend conversation.
No.
Like, it's not. I remember being like, she said, like, do you want to go for a coffee? And I was like, no, can we go for a walk? Because then I can put my sunglasses on. I've been so nervous. Like, I'm the pure emotional one out of the two of us. Been so nervous to ask that. And then we set a date on when we were ideally going to get it sorted for. And one thing leads to another, as you say. Like, it is quite a very in-depth process. Like, as you say, business is business at the end of the day, but you've also got to protect yourselves. Like, you never know what happens. Like, you see so many things out there where people don't do their I can never say that. I thought I was going to get it. Due
diligence.
That one. And like, they either pay the price for it or things don't end the way that they want. Like, there will be thousands of cases of that out there, and we just didn't want that to be the case for us. We wanted to make sure we had everything in place. And I mean, there were so many challenging conversations.
Very challenging conversations.
I think, like, this is something we're really good at. Is we can park a friendship and we can have the conversation that has to be happened, and there's no bad blood about it. It's never heated. It's never like aggro or anything. It's just, you have the conversation and you let it be. There's maybe a couple of days you're a bit like, what's going on here? But it had to happen to make sure it was perfect, because at the end of the day, like, you've worked for 10 years on building such a successful business, and I've got to be part of that. But it's very different when you're then going to be like binded as part of that. So the work had to be done, and I think I learned a lot about patience throughout it, truthfully. Like, I'm someone that, like, I normally have quite a lot of control on taking action on things. If I want to do something, I do it there and then, and that can be a great trait in some ways, but I think patience is such a big skill that can be learned, and you had to work through that, and the emotions that came with it. Sometimes, is this the right thing to do? Is it not the right thing to do? And am I behind schedule on this? Am I not? So it was a big learning curve. But it's, even something's important to you and it's meant to happen, you'll absolutely do what it takes to make it happen.
Definitely.
And it was a pure buzz getting
and
it
I'm
done.
so excited. It's actually so nice having a business partner. It was so amazing.
So nice to get it done for, like, pretty much my 10th anniversary as well. It was there or thereabouts, which was amazing, and everyone's like comments and stuff is lovely. So I think it's exciting for us what's to come, but I really think it's so exciting for members, because it can only strengthen things for the members, and for the team, and what's to come for the club. So yeah, keep your eyes peeled and all that jazz.
And another event that we've got is our 10th birthday. Oh my God.
By the way, I cannot believe that's been 10 years.
I know. I still remember day one. I still absolutely remember day one, and it being like a pure whirlwind. It was crazy. The first person that ever signed up, her name was Margot. I signed her up. I totally remember her. She was a lovely lady, and it was absolute mental, but it was amazing. I was so proud of myself for it. I really, really was. It was great, and it was a hard slog. But now, 10 years down the line, we're going to be celebrating. We have booked up the stairs in the potting shed, and we are having a big birthday brunch. So I think it's 12 till 4, but we can keep the room on for a bit longer. And
28th of February.
28th of February. So yeah, we're really, really excited about that. So, like, our friends, our family, our members, we're all coming. It's just going to be such a great celebration. So we're really, really excited about that as well. So that's
10 years in fitness, man, that's an achievement.
Well, 21 years if you're counting my time with curves, you know. Can you believe that?
That is mad.
I know.
It's been on your own venture.
On my own venture, exactly. So yeah, so we've had that, and then earlier this year, I became a breathwork coach.
Yes.
So that
your
was
first experience.
Oh
of
my
that.
God, yeah. So I went to a retreat up in Skye. The retreats are actually on just now with Heal Scotland. It was beautiful. I think the name of the place is Sligagan. If I've got that wrong, then let me know.
You're saying that.
But I went up there and I did it was a parasite course, like on parasites, gut health, all of that kind of stuff, and it was amazing. First day I went down, and Lily, I was like, right, we're going to do some breath work. That's part of like your morning routine. And I was like, aye, brilliant, thinking I was going to go down and meditate.
A wee chill.
He was then attached to the ceiling. Well, I wasn't quite attached to the ceiling, but breath work was completely, like, it wasn't even on my radar what breath work was, or what wild medicine breath work was. And I had this beautiful experience where I just felt like I connected with something higher than myself, and while I was doing the breath work, the experience was completely different to what I expected. My body did different things, my emotional health, my physical health, everything started to change.
Yeah.
And when I did the breath work, all I could hear in my head was the words, there's work to be done here, there's work to be done here, there's work to be done here. And at the second time I did the breath work, I then asked Lilia, I was like, I really need you to teach me how to do this, because there are so many people that need to be able to regulate their emotions, their nervous system, let things go that no longer serve them, offer them up and let them out. And very gratefully, after she was asked by someone else, Kenny from the Polar Bear Club in Glasgow, she decided to create this course, and I started learning how to teach breath work. And the wild medicine breathwork, what's a bit different with wild medicine breathwork and any other, is that we focus on two things. The first one is the Sedona method, which is a really elegant emotional release technique that helps you let go of things that no longer serve you. But also we talk about really working with the heart, the toroidal field, the energy systems that are here, and really opening up the heart and letting go of pain and trauma and suffering, and just becoming one with yourself. And the work has just been the most rewarding, most beautiful work I've ever done. So my page is called In With a Light Breathwork, because there's a wee saying that we like to say, Feel Scotland, and it's in with a light and out with a shite. And I've been doing that in curve surfing, curves Paisley, Motivate Fitness, base. And now we're doing it with our bending breath.
You've done like a brilliant job with it. You really, really have.
But the things that I've been seeing, like, honestly, like, it's nothing short of astounding. I mean, you've experienced it before. Like, it's amazing. Like, totally different to what I think anyone listening, when they think about breathwork, is actually like. I think a lot of people can think breathwork, as you say, you just lie down, like a little bit of breathing, it's quite chill. Like, you have to work for it, but the releases that you get and the benefits from it are absolutely huge. And sometimes it's just not even what you expect. You're unlocking stuff that you potentially didn't know that was there or had to be released. And I think that's one of the really powerful things about it, is if you're open to trying it, what you can then receive from it is huge. Because I think we all think, oh, I've either got my shit together or I've got that under control, but it's actually just like working with your energy, and those blockages, you can't hide them when you start working through them. Yeah, they're stored there. And the brilliant thing when you're doing the breath is the breath takes over and it's healing. It is the most beautiful connective work that you'll ever do. You completely remove yourself from here. And we know that trauma and pain and sadness and love and joy and happiness are all stored in your energy field, right? And when you do the breath work, it really lets you tap into that. And honestly, it's just been beautiful. I got a message from one of the members from Irvine, actually. She always messages to say, like, she really enjoyed it and that kind of stuff. And I said, listen, I've not really had a chance to chat to you about it. And she's like, Siobhan, it's helping me face my demons. Wow, that's incredible. And I'm like, wow, that's amazing. I have not had a breath work that I've taken part in, or sorry, have taken yet to this date, that someone has not felt connected to someone who has passed. Yes. And that, I believe, is hugely to do with being able to open up your broken heart and release happiness and joy instead of it being stagnant and stored. So see, anybody that's going through anything, please feel free to get in touch with me, come along to the Breathworks. Honestly, it's just the most beautiful work. I feel so privileged to be taking it. And so you think, open yourself to try it at least once. Like, that's a big thing. A lot of people sometimes look at these things and as much as we're so open in this world to holistic health and holistic healing, like, we're getting to that point, there's still an element of that's airy-fairy, right, or woo-woo, whatever way you want to put it across, and you just go, like, people aren't having these results, responses or connections just because they feel like it's something to say. They're, like, letting go of the control of themselves, and they're absolutely leaning into something to benefit themselves. So see, if you're sitting and you're maybe feeling a little bit stuck, or you sometimes find yourself living in the past. That's a really big one, of like, nothing can change because what's happened in months or years gone by. Do me a favour, try it once.
right, and see what can come. I do believe the more that you do it,
oh my God,
the more you lean in and the more benefit like you get, the clearer you get on stuff, and the more you kind of release any past traumas, like that kind of more negative energy blockages, and open yourself up. So yeah, just do me a favour, go your head and try it, right?
And also, men, can I just say,
yes,
see, honestly, men, I'm seeing so much, we are seeing so much of men going through really, really challenging times with their mental health and taking their own lives. It's a fucking pandemic within itself. Like, it is, you're seeing so much of it. I would urge you, if you are a man who is struggling, please get in touch, come to a breathwork. There's a couple other people around here if you would prefer to do it with a man. I know Kevin Brown, he's doing it now, which is incredible if you feel more comfortable in that space. But please come along. My big brother Kenny came to one for the first time, and he won't mind me sharing this. He wrote me a review, and he said, for the longest time I've not spoke very nicely to myself inside my head, and I've never not been able to shake it. And I came to your breathwork and it's gone. I can't even think the thoughts that I used to think, and it just gets offered up and taken away. And I think
it's a big thing. Do you know the pure thing about it though, right? Is, and this is probably the biggest thing why like guys need it and really benefit from it, is you don't even need to talk.
It's not talk therapy.
And I think that's a big thing. Like I years and years ago went through like a little bit of like therapy, counselling, whatever you want to call it, and there's so much of it that is just like talking about bad things that have happened to you, talking about the experiences. And I believe that to an extent that is so valid. I'm not saying that it's not, but if you are working with months and years where you're just always talking about the bad stuff that's happening, you're just like in this bubble, and you're going to this appointment and you're feeling like shite, you're getting pure upset all the time, and it's really, really hard when you're just there and you can't get out of that loop. But we're kind of conditioned that that's got to be the case. As in, see, when you do this, I think that is the thing for guys. Guys find it harder than us females to wear their heart in their sleeve, to be open and honest with how they're feeling and what's going on, because there's an ego in there. Like, no matter how much we do, there's this stigma, man up. Like, so many people have been taught it from such a young age, like, oh, just go on with it, or oh, just, man up, you'll be fine. Like, and I do think like that carries through with guys, and there's so much work to be done. But if you can do something that you don't even need to open yourself to chat to another person, right, that you could just come in, you listen, you lean in, you breathe through it, and you work on it that way, the benefit that could come. So see, even if you're like a guy listening, absolutely come along. But see, if you're a female that's got a guy in your life, I think this is like a duty of care as well. And we were chatting about this in the gym last week, just with a couple of things that have happened in the community. Like, get them along to it. Like, you come to it, but bring them along, because sometimes they just need that wee helping hand. And if chatting over a coffee isn't the way for a guy, then bring them along to it and get them to give it a try. Even if you don't think they're going through anything, so many of these guys are dealing with this on their own inside, because they just don't want to bring their problems onto other people. To be fair, I believe that's another podcast for another day as well, if I'm honest, but bring them along, because it's so important.
Definitely. So yeah, so that's where my journey's at with breathwork.
You know what I'm pure laughing at here? Do you remember, well, in my head, because I'm not laughing out loud, by the way, in case you didn't know, I'm not laughing out loud.
No, you are.
See, sometimes I've got like a filter inability. Remember when we first like done with the sisterhood and like talked about the idea and what we were going to like, each what our going to be thing was going to be specialised? It's kind of went roles reverse, because remember I was thinking like, oh, meditation, maybe like a bit of breath work and all that. You were going to be like cold water therapy, like those kind of things. It literally went like the opposite way about. That's mad when you think about it.
Definitely
it's exciting for where the journey is going.
And then we've got just two more wee things to go, because I mean, we're knee deep in this. This always happens to us, isn't it? We're just always like going over time. So 2 more things, because I think we've got loads more to talk about, but I think we've only got time for 2.
Gaffer spoke.
I do think that, because we're like an hour and a bit in. Yeah. So are you up for that? 2 more things?
Yeah, I think I can see. I think I know where my head's going.
Were you retreating Hyrox? Touch me in the morning.
So yeah,
sorry. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. Do you know? You don't know. You're too young to know. If you know, you
my
know, let me
forehead
know.
might move more, but I'm definitely a good wee bit younger. So retreats this year.
Oh, yes.
The Sisterhood is going to hold its first ever retreat. This is something that when we've been on like walking talks, when we've been getting feedback from the podcast and even at events that so many people have wanted and they've spoke about. I actually feel like it's kind of called like the Sisterhood sleepover, like was where it all kind of started.
Okay, this is new to me.
Did you see as well, Natalie, if you're listening, put that on. I can't wait to the sleepover dates are announced.
Natalie. Meek?
Yes,
Yeah.
Pure that my brain is like a wee bit all over the shop. So yes, we've had this idea for quite a little while. That's something that we were going to be doing as the Sisterhood was going to be the retreat side of it. Again, giving females that opportunity to just come together. Now, it's more than just coming for a sleepover though, isn't it?
Oh yeah, we're
We
thinking.
get well excited this morning even
defo.
talking about this, didn't we?
Oh, aye. So we're thinking like we want it to be in nature, but obviously a really cosy, warm house to go home to, because I think that's also very important, and I like my creature comforts. So there's not going to be any tents, right? There's no tents unless we have a bell tent for something. Maybe
I don't a bell tent ever
right.
again.
Anyway, we're thinking a 2-day thing because we'd put
Yes.
something on. If you want to join the Sisterhood.
Sleep out, but
WhatsApp group, all of this information's going on in there. We put a wee poll out, the sleepover. We put a wee we put a poll out and we'd said, what would you fancy? Would it be in Scotland or would it be abroad? And a few people said abroad, but the first one would be Scotland, so we're thinking Scotland. Second one was 1 day, 2 day or 3 days. Most people said 2 days, so we're thinking a 2-day retreat in Scotland, outdoors, cold water, meditation, bend,
journaling.
journaling, grounding, going to the pub
and socialising as well.
and eating food.
Do you know, honestly, I'm buzzing about it. It's
Yeah.
just bringing women together, like creating
It's
new
like a holiday.
friendships. It's a 2-day holiday, guys.
So keep your eyes peeled for that. We are going to be very, 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 very
going to be coming
proactive
about
on getting
very
this
soon.
booked. Yeah, we're thinking about it very soon. So yeah, keep your eyes peeled and we'll see what we can come up
Whoop
with.
to the whoop whoop.
Yay!
Then we also missed, like, in the mix of all that stuff last year, I only had one. You too, though. Hyroxes.
Yes.
So, Siobhan,
Yes, Natalie.
how was your Hyrox experience in Geneva? That's where you were, wasn't it?
I was in
I get a
Geneva.
wee
So
bit
I actually did
confused.
3 Hyroxes and you did 2 because you did Glasgow.
Oh,
But
I'm
you
talking
forgot
second
that.
half of the year.
Second
though.
half. Oh yeah, because we already
spoke about them.
Right, okay.
God's sake, man.
God's sake, Siobhan. Yeah, so I went to Geneva and my Hyrox experience after the row, I came off the row. It was actually going pretty well, and I came off the row and put my foot down, and my whole left side locked from like my hamstring right into my hip into my back, and every step that I took almost felt like a dagger getting stabbed into me. And
lovely.
Oh, it was fabulous. But I didn't tell Stuart because I thought, right, I need to finish this race.
Yeah.
So we went for well, I mean, Stuart loved it. I loved the first part of it. Second part was pretty bad. Finished the race, had a wee beer as you do, and
Obviously.
then went to stand up and bust out crying. It was awful. So I knew that I then had Birmingham with you, 3 weeks later, and I had to hold off. Like, the next morning I couldn't even swing myself out of bed. I couldn't put my own shoe on. Stuart had to help me, and it was pretty awful. So I had to wait until the Monday. We were flying home on the Monday, and I voice noted you, and I was so upset, and I was like, this has happened. I don't know if I'm going to be able to race. So I went up to the health hub, which is in Bridge a Weir, and they did lots of incredible therapies with me. We got EWOT, which is exercise with oxygen therapy. We did the PENT machine, which is something with electromagnetic field, pulse magnetic electrotherapy, something like that. And then I did the red light, which is really all stimulating, like basically stimulating your own body's response to healing. So did that. That was quite helpful. Did that twice. And then I went to see my friend who does something called KCR, kinetic chain release. He did that for me, and then I went for a massage, and I went, right, I'm all right. And
As every other person is telling her, been a pure dafty for doing this. I never said a thing because there's no telling any of us. When we decide something, we decide something, and regardless what the world says, like, we like to just do what we want to do.
Yeah. So yeah, we went down to Birmingham, and our race started really well. We were rapid. We were doing great, and we got to the sled pull. We had done pull.
2 lengths.
Yeah, 2 lengths, and that was fine. And as I was running up behind Nats, my leg buckled underneath me and I fell. And I stood up and I went, oh fuck. And my heart rate started going and I couldn't catch a breath. And I was like, I have really fucked this here. Like, I knew instantly. I was like, this is bad. And I was like, to Nats, I need you to keep going. Stuart's looking at me and I'm like panicking. And then we get down to the other side. And I managed to pull some, didn't I? I managed to pull some. And then we were walking out and you were like that to me, we can stop. And I was like, just give me a lap, basically. Give me a lap. And in the time, there's tears, like I'm actually crying. And I'm like, oh my God, this is awful. And I didn't want to let you down. It was the first time that we'd done a pro women's race doubles together, and you'd obviously trained really, really hard for it, and I had trained, and I just didn't want to be disappointed. So I was like, just take the next run to see if I can manage this. And we're running, and because I've got so hyped up, like I was like, I need to stop a wee second because I had such a bad stitch. I managed to breathe that out, and then we kept going. And the support was actually so amazing for everybody. They'd obviously seen what had happened, and everybody was just running about trying to get his gels and all of that kind of stuff to like put the heat on me and everything. But anyway, we get back. Do you want to tell me this part of the story?
Like, Shivsy, someone when she's injured, don't make a fuss. Don't make a fuss. Just let you be in your own head. And like I said, the words that I had to of like let's just pull out. Like, it's fine. Like, we'll stop. Like, that wasn't. I went into that race knowing if I was going to do doubles with you, there was a high risk we weren't going to finish the race because you were so injured. And that's just what you do, like, as a pal. Like, you go, like, that might happen. So I was like, we walked out of the full like rock zone bit, which is not like us. That's always like, I keep running, keep moving. And I was like, right, we're done. And you're like, give me a lap. And I was like, right, okay, like, that's fine. You set the pace. We just never really said many words. Like, we're going down, and I was like, right, we're on lap 2 here, and I was like, we're coming in, we're done. Bloody bam. I'm saying, you start the burpees. I was like, sorry, what? You start the burpees, and I was like, oh fuck, we're still going. I kind of checked out the race. I was like, ready to go for a wee, like, cocktail, get over it, all that jazz. And I was like, yeah, I'll start the burpees. That was fine. Yeah. And I'll be honest, like, for me, like, I feel bad because I probably, at that point, all pressure was removed. Yeah. All pressure was removed. It was just getting through it, however long I had to do an exercise for. If it was a wee bit longer, I was absolutely up for doing it. I started probably for the first time ever
just enjoying
doing a Hyrox. Like, I was having a great time, like, having a wee laugh. And meanwhile, Shivsy's like, literally,
I'm head fucking it on a huge level. I think adrenaline majorly kicked in.
Yeah, to be fair, I probably compensated, like, the chat and stuff to take, because people were trying to help you, and you don't need that. Like, they're being so lovely, like, not in a bad way.
I need everybody just to shut up.
So I just was like, I'll just chat and entertain them and be stupid.
And the thing is, that's exactly what you did, because we've got that friendship that, you know, see if I hurt myself, I am silence. Just let me be in my own head. I need you not to G me up or ask me if I'm all right, because I am in here and I'm good to go. Whereas you were like, look at me with the chalk and Mars and all that, do you remember? And I was
because
so
I had no
great.
Vaseline from my Lincoln thighs, do you remember? But to be fair,
I actually could not see we being that badly injured, and I mean, like, I'm still rehabbing just now, and we are.
I honestly thought we were going to be coming in like solo time for our doubles, like that's what I thought, and like we came in what, like 116 or something. Yeah. So yeah, if your husband stops stealing you off me.
Well, I think that this might be my last Hyrox in Copenhagen coming up. I need to fully rehab. I need this to be better. And yeah, so we'll wait and see how we go. So we will. Unless there's maybe a nice maybe a wee one abroad if I'm actually rehab, because I'm getting better. So anyway, so that's pretty much the catch up. I mean, there is definitely loads more that we could chat about, but I think we can hold. How did we think this was going to be an hour?
I know, it's wild. But no, it has been. It was such a busy second half of the year. There was so many great things for the sisterhood side of things, and there's so much coming up. We are going to be planning when our other podcast dates are, all that great stuff, as we say. Like, the retreat is going to be getting the foot on the gas on getting that organised. But She Creates and the Galentine's Bend and Breathe are the next 2 events.
In the next 2 months.
In the next 2 months that you can be getting involved in just now. So if there's anyone that's looking for links, more information, drop us a DM, ask us all the questions. Like, we are literally here to help and we'd love to have you there.
Yeah.
So
please feel free. Really push yourself to do this.
Yeah.
Like, share all our posts, all of that kind of stuff. We are trying to grow this beautiful sisterhood worldwide, and we need your help to do it. So if you can, please, when you're listening, put it on your stories, links, all of that kind of stuff, because that would massively help us. And we are hoping to be back in the studio really, really soon with some new amazing female guests.
Ooh.
Might have a couple of males on as well. And obviously we might just be chatting utter
nonsense.
So anyway, listen guys, thank you so much for listening.
much.
It's been a pure blessing, and we will see you soon. Bye.